So a few months ago, I was completely disinterested in watches. In a conversation with a couple of some family members, I decided that I needed to get into watches because all the successful people were doing it and it was cool and it was fashionable and it was the very manly thing to get into. So I watched some YouTube and decided to build a $500 watch collection. This watch collection has 6 watches and I'm actually super happy with all of them that I got. So let's get right into it. Starting off, we have the Orient Kamasu. Now, if you're interested in a dive watch that has an automatic movement, 200 meters of water resistance, and a sapphire crystal, this is about as cheap as they come. This retails for around $200, and I picked one up off of Amazon, and I am super happy with it. Next, we have the Seiko 5 Sport, specifically with the Pepsi dial. I threw on an aftermarket strap just to add to the colors, and I really like it. I bought this watch off of Chrono24 for $150. Other Seiko 5s tend to cost a little bit more than that. Overall, I'm super happy with it, and it looks absolutely sick. Next up on this list is probably the most interesting watch in my collection, and this is the Stuhr Guitar. My brother actually got this watch for me. He picked it up at a pawn shop for only $30. For a $30 watch, this thing is absolutely incredible. It's got a vintage look, leather strap, and one of the most interesting faces that I have seen on a watch. The finishing is absolutely great on this watch, and I looked it up, and on Amazon you can pick one of these up for a couple $100s. These 2 watches are the only 2 watches by the same brand. Of course it's Casio, I had to pick up 2 of them, and these are the Casio A700W and Casio A500W. I was planning on only buying 1 watch of each brand, but when I saw these 2 together, it felt like I needed both of them. The Casio A700W costs $25 and Casio A500W costs $50. The final watch on this collection is a very near and dear watch to me. Over the last few months, I've probably had this on my wrist more than any of the other watches just because of its versatility. Now, this is the Timex Expedition. This retails at only $30. It's a quartz movement. I absolutely adore this thing. People talk about it having a very loud ticking noise. I have not experienced that at all. It sits in the watch box just 5 or 6 feet away from my bed, and I do not hear a thing. I threw on this cream strap because it matched the dial, and I absolutely adore this watch. I would recommend this to anybody as the first watch you ever get. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this watch collection. If you've had any of these or are planning on picking them up, let me know what your experience was with them. Have a great day.